If you're not from our region of Indonesia, Malaysia or Singapore, Batam is basically an island city of Indonesia. And because of the close proximity, it's a place frequently visited by both Singaporean and Malaysian for leisure purpose. The ferry ride from Singapore only takes about 45 minutes, and there are a few ferry terminals where you can choose to make entry to Batam. Going to which terminal really depends on where are you staying and what do you intend to do. One of the main reasons of visiting Batam is the cheaper spending, mainly food-wise and some leisure activities like getting a massage. But there is a recent debate if it's really worth it because of the increase in the round-trip ferry fare to 76 Sing dollar. I sincerely do not think that there's a straight answer for this, as it really depends on your mindset and expectation. And in this video, I'll walk you through some of the small but important details if you're planning for your own Batam trip. Some ferry terminals are less crowded and take shorter times to cross the custom, but that also equates to lesser ferry schedules and timing to choose from. Batam Center Terminal is where we enter from, and I believe this is the most crowded custom entry point.
What?
And for those of you who are not aware, some years ago you may get into trouble with taxi drivers there if you're engaging online transport services like Grab, which are most of the time cheaper. The good news is the problem was ironed out mostly and you're able to Grab in most places now.
Thank you.
But I think to avoid any issue, you should still avoid calling a Grab at the main pickup area of Batam Center Ferry Terminal. There is actually an overhead bridge on the second floor linking to the Mega Mall opposite, which is a better place to call a Grab. The shopping malls here are mostly similar to the one in Singapore. Some of the merchandise are cheaper, but others are not much of a difference. You need to spend some time to explore around if you want to hunt for some bargain. But food items are mostly cheaper. This Hong Kong style egg waffle is less than 2 Sing dollar.
Cannot.
Somehow it keeps raining wherever we go recently. It rains most of the time during our recent Hong Kong trip too. Link to our Hong Kong series is on the top right hand corner. This is a 3 days 2 night trip. We chose to stay at Nagoya area for the convenience, and there are plenty of eateries and coffee shops around our hotel. For an old 3-star hotel, I think it is really not that bad, but we did set our expectation low to begin with. An old hotel with this age, I must say that everything is quite clean and well maintained, and the rooms are surprisingly spacious. The view is not that important to us as our only time here was to sleep, and it was comfortable enough for that purpose. If you have done your research, you'll find a lot of complaints on the damp smell in the bathroom of this older hotel in Batam. This is true in our room as well, but to be fair, the bathroom is really clean, so I'm not sure where did the smell came from. The famous A2 Hawker Center is just right across the main road from our hotel. Only the sheltered part of this hawker center operates during the daytime, and there are actually quite varieties of stores here. A lot of dishes here are similar to Singapore with slight differences. And to be honest, for my standard, I think the food actually tastes well. And the price is around 2 to 3 Sing dollar per dish. In the evening, we tried one of their seafood zi char store at the open air area. We paid around 50 Sing dollar, And for what we had ordered, it can easily cost 3 times more in Singapore. The food is not bad despite the not so appealing presentation. We actually came across reviews saying that the food here in Batam is mediocre, and some say they are too saltish. But I think they tasted quite alright for us in our entire trip here. And as mentioned, there are quite a lot of local coffee shops around our hotel. And seriously, this is one of the very good reasons to skip the hotel's provided breakfast. After all, one of the main attractions here is the local food. Another popular leisure activities for Singaporeans is getting a massage here. And it is insane that there are so many massage places here, ranging from the smaller shops to more luxury spa. The price typically fall between 15 to 25 Sing dollar for 1.5 hours of full body massage. Grand Batam Mall is one of the newer and trendier mall, which is very near to our hotel too. So I really highly recommend staying around where we did, as everything is just a stone throw away, and there are quite a few hotel choices around this area. Our strategy was to spend our entire first day in the city, so to enjoy all the local food, do some shopping and enjoy a few massages. Seriously, I had researched so much recommended food places and cafe, and we did not even have the time and stomach for it. I will just list down all my findings of these eateries and cafe in the comment section, just in case you're interested. And on the second day, our intention is to isolate ourselves from the city at a beachside resort. Montigo is a famous seaside resort on the other side of Batam. Though this is our first time here, this resort has been around for over 15 years I believe, and quite popular among Singaporeans. Honestly, we are really impressed with the place and their reception, especially just checking out of a 3-star hotel.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
We paid around 350 Sing dollar for a 2-bedroom villa, with a private pool facing the sea. And this configuration will easily cost over 1 to 2k in Sentosa. Again, for a property at this age, I think this place is very well maintained. This is actually a 3-story villa with the 2 bedrooms on the second floor.
我在这边。哦。
你用一件做幾個房你有試過嗎？因為講真最經歷我在做呢這些叫做什麼馬來膠啊，什麼嘛就會平平不過，因為你怎麼老是在這。
You see, the thing is, life is not always perfect. We had good weather only on our checkout day. For your info, Montigo do not entertain late checkout requests. But however, they do allow extension of checkout time to 3 p.m. with an additional fee of 50 Sing dollar. And that was exactly what we did, just to compensate for the bad weather on our first day here. Breakfast provided is quite normal. I mean the usual hotel's breakfast, if you know what I mean. There are quite a fair variety of food. But the highlight is really the relaxing ambient radiated by this seaside resort. There are also various restaurants within the resort itself. The pricing are similar to Singapore restaurants. The Indonesian food were pretty good, and the Western selection was so-so only. This part of Batam is more remote, with no high-rise building, mostly small kampong, which is quite nice actually. We visited this seafood place around 30-minute drive away from Montigo. This was highly recommended by the staff there. A traditional Keelong style seafood restaurant. The food here is not bad, though not the Michelin award winning type. The people here are also friendly and helpful. This meal is around 100 Sing dollar. He fed 6 of us, and with all the seafood dishes, what more you want me to say? So is it worth to visit Batam with the increase in ferry fare? From a standpoint of value for money, I think if you stay here for at least 2 nights and have some really good food and a couple of good massages, I think it's definitely worth it. But for us, a lot of time the location, the food or the value is not the only factors that equate to a happy holiday. To us, the people you're with are the real key to making a happy holiday.
I feel it getting close, I feel the joy in the air. Everybody's going home to the people they care for the most. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday.